Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another video. This evening, I'm just gonna drop you a little video, show you the new lures that I got in. Yeah, sorry, not too many videos coming out at the moment because I'm full swing working at the lodge at the moment, so it's busy time for me. But don't worry, I have quite a few videos coming for the summer, planned for the summer. That are, I think, pretty interesting fishing wise, and it'll be some fly and some lures. But yeah, come back quickly to the lures. Get back to the point. I got some knockoff Tiny Clash DRT Tiny Clash. Now, these lures are not very popular with most of the pike angler because they are in reality designed, made in Japan for bass fishing. But they've gained so much popularity with the action that they have because I think in the world of bass it's so competitive and there's so much money at this big high competition, and the Japanese market is like crazy for these super finely tuned, expensive lures that it's just a matter of time before you get knocked off and copies coming out on the market. Now, when the copies started coming out of lures, we all remember, and I remember here at the lodge seeing like awful copies coming from China, bought on Wish and all these kind of cheap sites. I've seen like swim baits just coming back just with the head back to the angler, and the pike opened all the sections, and not even the big fish would open these lures. But I think the Chinese, they like to make money, and they're really good at it. So them cheap copies didn't last very long. There still is some about, but if you're used to deal with lures, if you know the materials and how a lure is made and how it swims, more importantly, you can see that now they are coming up with some really, really, really good and fancy copies. Now, you get two types of factories. You get the one that are copying, and you are the one that are already making lures for certain companies. And they're like, well, we have the molds, we might as well make a few. We're not going to paint them like that. They can't sue us. It's not their lures. They might change the name or the grammage, but you get the picture. Now, these ones, I think it's just coming straight from a copy market, but they are like very impressively well done. Even I've heard that some of the rubbers, the rubber tails, sometimes are even better than the original one. So there you go. So the DRT Tiny Clash. You get different types in the Clash. I'm going to try to get the big one, the Clash 9, but this is the DRT Tiny Clash. Now, these are foiled ones, and as you can see, I painted a half a dozen in perch color. So you get the nice. Now, these are foiled, so you can see the shine on it. Nice dark back, foiled, and coated with UV resin. So again, they have a really, really great little section, really hard. Now, this is something that I would classify it. You can work it. It's a very multi-use bait. I'm going to show you why if you don't know that bait. Now, as you can see, it comes with a diving vane at the front. Now, the beauty of the diving vane, well, because there are lures designed for bass fishing, that lip can be removed. Now, if you want to remove it and play with it and change it, and like I fish these lures 90% of the time without the lip. I like just to fish them. They're floating. So that's another thing. I had quite a few people asking me for floating lures. So these do float and you walk them on the surface, and they're like super nice to see when they walk on the surface. They move a lot of water. They're quite fun to fish. Now, I would classify this between a glide and a jerk bait because it'll do all sorts of crazy things. You can burn them, you can twitch them, you can walk them with the lip. Now, coming back to the lip, like I said, these are designed for bass fishing, so the durability of that removable lip, it's somehow debatable how good it is for pike, because pike, they usually like to hit their prey right on the head, and usually they'll crush that. So I have a feeling that with pike fishing, that lip might come off. So all you can do, first of all, you have to be very careful when you remove that lip. I'm going to show it to you. You want to remove that lip not by pulling straight, but by rotating the lip to the side when you grab it. Now you want to grab that lip and rotate the lip sideways. All right, don't pull it down, don't put it straight. Just grab your lure, hold it tight, get the lip between your thumb and your finger like this, and rotate it sideways like that. Okay, this is the correct way to remove it so you don't break these little teeth. Yeah, there is tiny, tiny little teeth on that vein just to hold it in place. You can see them at the top there. And you just don't want to break them. Now you can buy spare lips. I'm trying to get some spare lips, but the retailer was just, that's all he wanted to sell to me, was just the lure with one set of lips. You can buy set of lips. They do actually different lips as well. They do a bigger one, a smaller one. But if it's for pike, if you do like fishing it with the lip, play with it for the start. If you do like fishing that with the lip, either way, take a chance, see how long the lip is going to stay, or glue it in. That's the best way to keep it. Or you can just lose them once in a while and just buy some spare ones. That's another option, up to you. But like I said, myself, I like to fish this as it is, like this, just plain. And this is like a very jerky, erratic glide bait. Now, to put the lip back, basically, it's very simple. You put it back straight, wiggle it a little bit like that, and you'll hear a little click inside, and the lip is back in place. Now, the other thing with the DRT, and all DRTs in the family, it's this fin that you have at the back. Now, you can see it's not a vertical fin like most baits. This is like a kind of a dolphin fin, if you get what I mean. So if you look at that fin, it has one concave side and one convex side. And that will change the swim, especially if you fish it without the lip. Now, same thing. This is removable, that tail. It's very easy to remove. You see there's a big notch here. Again, these tails are available to buy. I'll put some link on what shop you can buy these spare tails. You'll be buying the original DRT ones, but they fit perfect on this one. You get one side like this and one kind of a hollow side like that. And depends how you put it on your bait, it'll change a little bit the backside and the way it moves. It's kind of clever design that they come up with like that. I kind of like it. Now to put back the tail, it's a little bit not too difficult. It goes back in. Now a little tip, if you don't want to lose this tail, when you see inside at the base of the tail, it's like a little square. I like to put a little bit of wire, push it inside the tail, inside that little square. Just get a little bit of 1 millimeter spring wire or something like that, and just push it in. It's going to compress that plastic a little bit more. Cut it, even if you have a tiny little bit, it's not of metal sticking out, it's not a big deal, but you'll be able to keep that tail a lot longer like that, because you'll get that expansion by putting that little pin inside. So yeah, they rattle a bit as well, and I'm going to put the length and the weight just underneath, because I'm going to weigh them now that they have been painted and coated, clear coated. So this is, there you go, the DRT Tiny Klash. I'm going to put some link of videos underneath, how people fish it. You can see it in action like that. But it's yeah, it's a really good knockoff. I'm really happy to have got those in stock. And you're not going to be paying 110 euros like the original one. So if you want to get your hands and try one, maybe a good idea to try a copy, and then after, if you want to buy the real one. But I'm not sold now, because like I said, them copies are super tight. They do a really good job. So there you go, DRT Tiny Klash, and remember, rotate to take that lip off. Or you can say bye-bye to it. And next on the channel, probably will have a bit more rod building. Now we done the fly rods, and this time it's going to be a big bait casting rod, really a mammoth of one, but on a really sweet blank. So stay tuned, that's coming up soon. So thanks for watching. If you want, there's only half a dozen going. That's all the time I have to paint them and clear coat them. There's more to come, but as soon as I get time and I'll see the demand for these lures. But there you go, DRT Tiny Clash. Go get it. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.